I am Tara, and I killed my stepdad in self-defense.
I'm Jazzy Beth, and I'm struggling with gossip and shame.
The feels when two guests from the spillover make a TikTok duet. That's hilarious. And you also know that in this scenario, you would definitely be a Tara.
Tomorrow's Sunday, what you doing? Thinking about just wearing this hat, why? Well, you better be going to church.
You better be going to church.
What is running up that hill about? It's everywhere right now because of Stranger Things, and I did an investigation for you to see if the song is satanic, as some are alleging. I want to hit on Britney Spears' wedding fiasco, Netflix's sex dungeons, yeah, you heard that right, and I'm answering questions you've sent in with Pop Quiz. I'm Alex Clark, and this is Poplitics. 37 years later, Kate Bush's 1985 pop hit, Running Up That Hill, is #1 on the charts after writers included the song in Max's storyline on Stranger Things Season 4. If you're anything like me, you immediately wanted to know what the song was actually about and if that's why writers chose to use it. Now, some people are even saying, oh, the song is satanic. Okay, spoilers, but I just think writers used it because the title has a literal meaning having to do with running when Max is trying to escape Vecna. But the song actually has a much deeper meaning than that.
You belong here with me.
Way back in 1985, Kate Bush explained that the song is about asking God to switch lives with another person, being your significant other, and that if men and women could actually walk in each other's shoes, we'd be able to get over significant differences in our romantic relationships. The song paints the picture of a couple desperate to fight for their relationship and wanting to understand where the other is coming from and how powerful it would be if we could make a deal with God himself to make this happen. Chills, right? I think it's awesome that this song is charting again, and I'm also very here for the resurgence in 80s synth. That's one of my favorite genres.
Welcome to the Cafe 80s, where it's always morning in America, even in the afternoon.
As a little history lesson for Gen Z, Britney Spears has been married multiple times. The very first was a guy named Jason Alexander in 2004, who she married in a Vegas wedding. They were married for literally 2 days before getting it annulled.
We gonna celebrate what? My divorce!
The guy always seemed like a nut job. They grew up together in Kentwood, Louisiana. He's got a rap sheet. He's also live streamed himself lurking around her property last year. And he went to the January 6th protest and is a Trump supporter. So the fact that the January 6th hearings are happening on the same day he crashed Britney's wedding to Sam Asghari was just a big oof. Also, thanks a lot, man. We already have to deal with enough. Now we got you crashing the beloved Britney Spears' wedding and you're a Trump supporter.
Oh, wow.
Selena Gomez, Paris Hilton, Madonna, Drew Barrymore, and more stars were in attendance. I am so sorry to say this. Like, Britney, I know it's your wedding day and everything, but how in the world did you still not look good? Like, your guests totally overshadowed you. It is embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie. And I still don't trust Sam Asghari, and I hope she made him sign a fat prenup.
So I'm going to be signing a national emergency.
The plot twist is, what if Jason is actually the normal one? Like, what if Sam Asghari is secretly stuck in keeping her in her conservatorship and the one forcing her to dance weird? Netflix has a new home renovation show coming out, all about how to build sex dungeons.
They can be beautiful. They can be works of art. They can be fantasies.
Can we just not normalize this, you know? Can we not? The interior designer, Melanie Rose, says that these sex rooms can be as simple as big red curtains or a standout open shower as an addition to a room. You know, that all sounds fine, but once you start adding whips and balls and chains, you're taking interior decorating a little too far. Also, isn't that a little bit of, like, pet Smart appropriation.
Just promise me you will not let this get too far.
There's a viral video of someone asking healthcare workers to show how much money they have in their bank accounts, and people are polar extreme on this issue. Half say that the numbers they show are normal, and half say they never let their checking get below a certain amount. So when you see how much these nurses have, are they the norm or the exception? Every week, you can ask for advice or send in questions for me to answer by clicking the link in the Politics bio. I call this little thing, do a thing on me, pop quiz. Tina from Florida asked, what are your favorite Instagram accounts you follow and who are your top fave influencers this week? Right now, I'm obsessing over Tinks and Lauren Bostic. I am not into straight political Instagrams at the moment, so they aren't even really showing up on my feed. I just cannot stand ranty political stuff right now. I think it's just overdone and I need a break.
Well, I don't think that we should be together. And I've thought about it a lot, and this is what's gonna happen.
Octavia from Mississippi says, I have a bad habit of biting my toenails but not stretching beforehand. How can I discipline myself to remember to stretch? I think it would be helpful to realize when you prefer to do the biting during the day and then set a timer around the time on your phone that says stretch to remind yourself.
I always start with the left foot and I always go for the big toe first.
Lauren from Kentucky asked, can y'all please make a list of all the homework assignments? I rarely have time to watch TV, but when I do, I am sifting through episodes trying to find one of Alex's recommendations. We really just need an Instagram story that name drops every movie, TV show, documentary, book, etc., so that it is all in one place. But look, the problem is some of it I recommend on my personal stories. Sometimes I recommend it in politics shows, but it is a good idea. I will think about this. I will talk to my social media manager, Erica, and maybe we'll make a highlight for you.
For just being you.
Lindsay from Washington wrote in asking, can you describe your dream wedding? All of my ex-boyfriends sitting front row while me and my husband look hot and flip them off with our rings.
Go, go, go!
Grace from Michigan wants to know, what do you think is the appropriate age to start dating? When you are mature enough to recognize that dating requires sacrifice, hard work, compromise, and especially emotional vulnerability.
Yeah, okay. Well, this is gonna hurt like a mother.
We really got into some deep issues today. Heart and thumbs up this episode if you've ever had less than $50 in your bank account. Comment any additional advice you might have for Cuteservatives who submitted a pop quiz question. And if those nurses are normal or the exception, some people say nurses get paid well. They obviously just do not know how to manage their own money, so we'll see. DM this to one girl that you had small group with before and hit the save button. Politics is back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. It's pop culture without the propaganda every single day. I'm Alex Clark, and this is Politics.
Clearly, Politics is best served visually, but you can also listen to Politics if you just want the audio. Subscribe to us anywhere you get your podcasts, Apple, Spotify, iHeart, TuneIn, and more. Also, make sure that if you are listening to the podcast version, you leave us a 5-star review, and don't forget, subscribe to Politics on YouTube.